watching them walk by our bench and not even have the dignity to raise their head up. I don't even know how to shook their hands anyway.
Great champions usually do the right thing. And these guys conducted themselves like street yard bullies.
Those who look at the Pistons as villains see in it the correct end for a villain. The villain goes down. See, we never like them, and look, when they don't win, look how they behave.
The Pistons' reputation was cemented when they walked past them in 1991.
You stand behind your statement then, Michael, if people around the league will rejoice that this is the end of dirty basketball?
I hope so, except for Detroit. I mean, you saw what type of class they had in terms of walking off the court in defeat. But, you know, that's them. That's their nature. We expected it.
In the beginning of this series, if you said they'd have won 4 straight, nobody here would have believed that.
They won.
What did they do differently?
They won.
You knew someday it was going to come to an end. Did you think it would feel this way when you did? I mean, is this the way it's supposed to feel when you...
They won.
Right to the board, no credit.
The team walked off that afternoon. But as always, everything pointed back to the star who'd been the face of the Pistons since the day he was drafted 10 years earlier.
What this team accomplished was history.
It cost him. It cost him that he wasn't a beloved character in the history of the National Basketball Association. He should have been.
The following summer, when the Dream Team dominated the Barcelona Olympics, Isaiah Thomas was left off the roster. And more than 20 years later, no one's forgotten what was seen as his final act.
In my mind, the walk-off against Chicago Bulls was Isaiah Thomas's idea.
It was engineered by Isaiah.
Whose idea was it?
Oh, yeah, I was the one that was the instigator of walking off the court.
Did it feel good doing that?
Did it feel good for me? Absolutely.
To me, it's not important whose idea it was. We were a team, and that's what we did. And looking back on it, was it the right thing to do? Should we had been bigger? Yeah.
The walk-off may have been controversial, but what wasn't up for debate was this. It was the end of the bad boys.
You're up on top. Eventually, you're going to go down. But they were great soldiers.
It had taken Jack McCloskey 10 years and 38 trades to build a championship team. After the 1991 season, the demolition began.
If the rise was ugly, the breakup had to be ugly too. There was just no pretty way to say goodbye to the bad boys.
Over the next few years, the team's aging veterans were dealt away, and Chuck Daly and Trader Jack himself headed out the door as well.
Everything was falling apart. I built my life here in Detroit. I built my life with this team with Chuck Daly. Once I knew that was gone, I pretty much I just went rebellious quick.
Rodman, of course, had a second NBA life ahead of him in Chicago, of all places. As for the heart and soul of the bad boys, the end of their story was almost too fitting.
I set a big hard screen on Isaiah in practice, and he didn't like it. He ended up taking a swing and hitting me in the head. It broke his hand, unfortunately, for the team. But that just was another example of how the time had passed. And it was time to go and move on.
Lambeer retired at the beginning of the 93-94 season. Then, in the last home game of that year, Isaiah tore his Achilles. He was done at just 32 years old.
I had zero left to give. Mind, body, spirit, soul. I felt like I had given everything that I could give, and I didn't have anything left.
Joe Dumars stuck around the longest. till 1999, which meant he was around to watch Jordan and the Bulls win all 6 of their titles.
Jordan a drive, hang, fire, he scored!
Guess what, people? The Michael Jordan that we know, the exalted ruler of the NBA, he wouldn't have happened if not for the Pistons.
You can't carry that type of anger or grudge for the rest of your life. And the team pushed us to a certain level. I don't think we would have won those 6 championships without getting over that hump of Detroit.
A lot of time has passed since the bad boys ruled the NBA. But Detroit is never going to forget any of them. Especially the Hall of Fame coach who passed away in 2009 at the age of 78. Still, when you open the history books, there's no way you can miss them.
Many people call that the golden era for the NBA. Magic, Bird, Michael, all in the NBA at the same time. And for 2 brief, shining years, there was a team that was a team from a most unlikely city with a most unlikely cast that interrupted the glamour party that was going on in the NBA during those years.
And they did it in a tough way that made people uncomfortable. You can't make people uncomfortable anymore. But back then, they didn't care. This is who we are. Take us or leave us.
Through it all, being remembered never seemed to matter to them.